congratulations on the EP. We've been playing the single on our show now, and it's been getting so much amazing feedback from people, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit about how this EP came together in the first place. How did you and Rav start working together?
Well, it's an interesting story because we were both doing our own thing. I was in the middle of I don't know. I don't know if I had my album out yet, but I was releasing my own things, my own songs and everything, and he was doing his thing, and we were both invited to perform at a global green event, which is an environmental fundraiser that was here in LA at the Troubadour. But because it was in the midst of COVID, it was a virtual event, so you never got to meet the performers. So we were just, I did my songs and he did his thing, but each artist had access to the full show afterwards. And so I watched the show and I was like, oh, there's only one other band that was heavy, and so I was checking them out and I started following them on social media. And I guess Mark, which is Rav Medic, he did the same thing with me, started following me, and he reached out and asked if I would be willing to collab on one song together, and which I said immediately yes. And then next thing you know, we're like exchanging ideas over email, and he's recording the music on his side, I'm recording on my side, and we released our first single, which was Lightning Strikes Twice. And then we decided to do a video of that single, and that was the first time we met in person. Yeah. After we actually finished the song, we never met in person. We were only talking on the phone or communicating via email. And because the response was so great for that single, then we got signed to Golden Robot Records, and all of a sudden we have a label, and all of a sudden like, oh, let's do an EP, and there we are. Here we are now.
You said that you immediately said yes when Mark asked to collab with you. You must get asked to collab with a lot of people. What was it about Mark that made you say yes straight away?
Yeah, I get asked, but because this was I don't know. It was like at the time of COVID and lockdown, and I was collaborating actually more with my artwork and my designs during that time, because there was not really any music live shows or anything like this. So, and I had been working on my own music by myself and learning how to use all the tools that I had here and grabbing a proper mic and everything, because all the studios were shut down. And so I kind of starting to feel like it was it came just at the perfect time, because I love working on my own things by myself and all this, but I was just craving doing music with somebody, like just not just on my own. And he came at the time where, of course, I get asked a lot, but during that moment I wasn't asked at all, and I don't think it popped up in anybody's mind, and even in mine I was not thinking of it, because everybody was in lockdown and just working on their own, or being at home doing nothing, whatever was going on. And it's just the timing was great. And he also a super cool guy, super easygoing, super easy to collab with. He was welcoming my ideas. I was welcoming his. We had just a great communication, and it made it that much easier. And I don't know. It was just like that was I felt like it was the right fit because not everybody's that easy to work with, and not everybody, and some people have agendas and everything, and it felt like just really genuine and yeah, so that's how I said yes. I was like, yeah.
Awesome. So when you first decided that you were going to do an EP together, did you discuss what kind of themes or anything like that you wanted to look at on the EP, or did it just all kind of come organically?
It came pretty much organically. The only thing that we discussed about is the songs that we were writing. We wanted to explore sort of different styles within that that heavy kind of rock sound, but all the songs have a different vibe to them, and that's the only thing we kind of agreed on, is like, oh yeah, let's experiment and making this song sound like this and that other song sound more like this, and so we would have a good mix of kind of different, like a little bit of a different vibe within that EP, because we were still brand new to working together and just trying different things and exploring a bit where we could go with our sound and all that. So that was the main decision. But I love the title we chose for this, because I think Heavy Peace is a good summary of what this EP represents. So, and also the era that we wrote this EP in, during it felt really appropriate. So yeah.
Definitely. It is the absolute perfect title. I was wondering if we could explore that a little bit more. What does Heavy Peace mean to you?
It's not something you can explain in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, because it has different layers to it. So you can take it in the sense of the music only, because the music is heavy, but then the music has a certain peaceful feel to it, whether it's in the lyrics and the melodies, all the subjects that we approach in that EP. So that's like the first layer. Then Heavy Peace, if you talk about like what we were experiencing, like it was heavy times, but it was like peaceful in the sense that you're in a quiet and you're on your own in the confinement, and it's heavy, and it's that kind of sense to that too. So it has like different layers, but yeah, the very first thing is all about the songs in this EP. Is really Heavy Peace is like the perfect definition. I feel like in every sense of the term, whether it's the music, the meaning behind the songs, and then everything, the environment in which we created those songs. It was all that, just the perfect title.
There are some really deep and personal themes there. How did you find that songwriting experience about going so deep with the lyrics?
It was I mean, like I said, because we were like so alone doing our things. I've been, and writing with him was different than when I write on my own. A little bit of a different process, but I think it's just being solitary, like just in my own studio, I do art and music in the same room. That's where I am right now, because I'm there every day. just working, and it feels great. And I'm creating I have my own universe here that I'm creating as I'm painting, and this is kind of like I'm in this. And when I create music, it's also, I'm channeling all these things that come from, whether it's from within or from my environment or from my experience, and it went so deep because this is all I had. It was me, and going deeper within what I was feeling, not just myself, but for everybody else in the world. What was, so I was kind of capturing that, and that's where also the word heavy comes from, because it was sometimes very heavy,
Yep.
super meaningful and very heavy, but at the same time it has like a positive outlook, I feel like. So that's where the word peace comes in. It's just like, okay, but there's like this solution to this heaviness, or this way we can look at this situation and make it a positive thing, so yeah.
Definitely. Now, you said before that you both wanted to explore and do different things with this album. You've got such an amazing musical background, from musical theatre through to rap, metal, and blues. Did having all of that experience help you with exploring the new things that you wanted to do with this EP?
Definitely, yes. Yeah, I love to kind of mix different styles, and explore with it, and whether it works or not, I feel it's always like makes it interesting to take risks in that sense, and just be like, hey, why don't we write a song? And Mark was on the same page as me with this, so it clicked right away too, where it's like, let explore and make this song sound a bit like this or a bit like that, and definitely I think you're always influenced by what you're around, or what you're listening to, or what, and doing all that, and my background made me really willing to explore more vocally where I could go, and sometimes like mostly speaking or whispery words, to like full on singing and belting things, to like just playing with that. I think it makes it really fun for us, and hopefully fun for whoever's listening, so they don't get bored within one style. I don't know. It was just such a fun process, and working with somebody that's on the same page, with being willing to just explore, was really cool.
Definitely. Now, I guess the big question a lot of the people who are falling in love with this music is going to be asking is, what's going to happen now with the future for you and Mark? Will you look to do shows? Will you look to work together in the future? What does the future hold?
Yeah, so we already have some kind of contract with the label. We're going to we do a full album. So after this EP is a second EP and then a full album. And we're talking about doing shows possibly next year when things open up a little more, hopefully. Who knows what, but that's what we're hoping for. Yeah, it would be so cool to finally, I feel like the live shows will bring those songs even more to life, just like being able to perform them for an audience. That's what we're looking at right now.
Definitely.
And yeah.
So I guess from a selfish point of view, I have to ask, Mark is an Australian and he's got a big following here. Would some of those shows be in Australia, or would you mainly focus on US?
Oh, no. Definitely we want to go all over the place. I haven't been to Australia yet, so I am looking forward. In my design, I collaborated with a bunch of Australian companies. I did collaborate with the guitar strap company, where I designed some guitar straps, and they're based in Perth. And I've designed some surfboards with a company called Inlay Surfboards that are also in Western Australia. And so I've done so much work and collab in the design world with Australia that it's about time I should come visit and hopefully play some music with Mark. So yes, that nothing, you guys are kind of far, but I can't wait to visit.
That would be absolutely amazing. Well, Chloe, we are going to play Manna on our show again right now, but to finish off the interview, what would you like to say to everybody out there who's been falling in love with this music and is now going to go out and get the EP?
Oh, well, thank you so much for listening to me, what I have to say, through our stories, listening to our music and appreciating, and I can't wait to see you all in person and hopefully performing for you all in a very near future. I don't know if it's going to be next year. We can always think that could happen, but really that's what we're looking forward to, because that's the real connection right there. So thank you so much, and yeah, you can also follow me and Mark on social media. I know he's at Mark Dalbeth on Instagram, and I'm Chloe Trujillo on Instagram, and you can find out our news and new songs that are going to come out and until that EP comes out. And thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing everybody soon.